Welcome once again to another session of our watch series. So today I'm going to show you how to adjust the orientation of your documents, because sometimes documents you're working on might need to be in not just in portrait but in the landscape kind of formats, because by default it's always in portrait like a normal A4 paper, but sometimes I want it wide, something like A3 paper and so on. So what do? You go to layout, you see orientation here. Click on orientation and click on landscape. We have wider orientation to type in. So we have this and wider space to work with. Control A to highlight everything. Press backspace to remove it. Then you can always change your orientation back to portrait. You have a much more narrow width as for the orientation. Then we can also split our documents into multiple columns. So you see some documents can be an aim, like a song aim that churches use, that will have multiple columns, one on the left, one on the right, on the same page, or an article or an exam and so on like that. So how do we achieve that? By default, it's always on one column. That's why when I write here like this, it has to complete the row before it goes to next line. If you get what I'm saying, control remove. But I can decide under columns. I'll click on column. I'll click on two, meaning that I'm splitting this into two columns. So I come here and I write like this. Every of the column will have its own width. See that it stops here instead of going to the end, because now it's splitting it into multiple columns. So until this column is completed, I won't be able to go to the next column. So I'll press enter, 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 until it assumes that part. So we have this here. So I can also write in this column. We have that. That's one way. Another way we can do this without having to split it into columns initially is to type our document completely finish. Is to have our document, then split it. So to do that now, I'll go to ChatGPT here. Let's generate 1,000 words or let's say 500 words. There's not 500 words that I can use for my word article. So let it generate the words for us. Then we are going to use it. So that should be ready in a moment. So we have this. So now I'll copy this. Then I'll go back to Microsoft Word. But first, let me return the columns back to one. So I'm going to have one column here. Okay, so I will change this to one column back. Let me confirm that it's on one column. Okay, we have that on one column. So now I will paste what I copied from ChatGPT here. So I have enough word to work with. So we have this, it enters even the second page. I I'll leave the heading like that importance of technology in modern society. Then I'll highlight the rest. Then I'll go to layout, go to columns. I'll split into two. We have this. And I can decide to split into three. I'll click on this and click on three. Then we have it in three columns. But our title remains here like this because I only highlighted from the parts under the title. So I can reduce the size of this text. It's too big. It's something like 14. Then Control E to put it in the center. Then we have this. You can underline it also. We have this. And another thing I can add to it is what we call drop caps to make it look like an article. I'll highlight this T here. Then I'll go to insert. Then click on drop cap and click on dropped. There we have this. So this is how we adjust the orientation of our document, how we split the columns, and how we make it look like an article. So thank you very much once again, and I hope you're enjoying the quotes and the session so far. Peace.